Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Most major economies already have or are in the process of developing instant 24/7 payments. Our own FedNow service will be coming online in 2023. And in light of the tremendous growth in crypto assets and stablecoins, we are examining whether a U.S. central bank digital currency would improve upon what is an already safe and efficient domestic payment system. As our white paper on this topic notes, a U.S. CBDC could also potentially help maintain the dollar's international standing.
My message is the following. 2023 is going to be a difficult year for the world. And the silver lining can only be that we use it to transform our economies, that we accelerate change that will underpin sounder prospects for growth, and that we, the IMF, fully recognize our responsibility to be a force for good, and a force we will be.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who've donated to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and cryptos getting a nice pump. Also, stocks are up. And guys, I told you at the beginning of the month, we would get a pump, a slight pullback, and then another pump. And the reason why is because the Fed was not raising rates this month. but we know that's going to end next month. So do not get happy. Do not get caught up in the hype, boys, because as we can see, this article states, can Ethereum hit $3,500 to $4,000? And no, it cannot. We know the Fed is going to be raising rates February and March. Not just the Fed, but the other central banks. Now, why are we pumping, guys? Because we can easily look at the yield rates. Yield rates are being pushed down. We know yield rates should be at about 5%. Right now, we're at about 3.5 on the 10-year. So, of course, stocks and cryptos are going to pump. And that is great temporarily for us. But just know we're going to have a pullback going towards the end of the month because we know that's when the central banks are going to start raising. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. Of course, as yield rates, do not keep your eye off the inverted yield curve. We also have the dollar pulling back. We have volume, we have Tether, we have USDC, and then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo still over $2.2 trillion, and we know the Fed raises rates February 1st. We know a couple of the central banks raised rates at the end of January. So we're definitely going to start getting a pullback going towards the end of January. But guys, when it comes to the media and the month of January, they're going to make it seem like everything's good. We know how they do. And then all of a sudden, there's going to be an event on why the market is pulling back instead of saying it's the Fed. Remember, all the attention was on the Fed the first 6 months of the year. And then we had a couple of events and all the attention came off the Fed. And now that the Republicans take over the House, they don't have to worry about the attention being on the Fed because they'll easily be able to bring up a distraction. We know they are the master magicians. So like I stated, do not get caught up in the hype, boys. Take advantage of this small pump, knowing that we're going to have a big pullback. And we know why we're going to have a big pullback. Not only is the Fed raising rates, but then also these big corporations are going to be paying a 15% tax. And then these small businesses, a lot of these states increase wages January 1st of this year. So remember, the central banks have to destroy this legacy market in order to give the fourth industrial revolution rise, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we know the NWO caused the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And that solution was ready 10 years ago. Stablecoins, CBDCs, telling you what, where, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend them or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale. On Friday, it was at about $15 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Swift to stop its earn program this week due to regulation. But, guys, we know that global regulation is definitely coming. This whole fourth industrial revolution, this digital transformation, is global. So if you see every single company moving in the same direction, that means there's a plan. Now we have the U.S. DOJ announces a seizure of 55 million Robinhood shares. Now guys, why are they seizing these shares? We know all the companies that lost money. We know all the customers that lost money, and 95% of them was overseas. Why is the U.S. DOJ taking possession? And guys, we know why the Alphabet boys were set up. And we're seeing this clearly in this FTX situation. They can rob you without a gun. The bank man shows us how powerful our government is. He gets to sit inside of a mansion playing Xbox and PlayStation after stealing billions. And lastly, guys, we know the big one is definitely coming. We have German regulators warn of a new banking and crypto malware called Godfather, and it's stealing users' login data. But guys, we know that big hack is right around the corner. The war that we have going on right now is just a test. The same way when we had the C word, it was just a test for something much bigger. So they can get us moved over to the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys, don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your baking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Zero, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.